I mean, take a look at this thing. This thing is so cool and so small, but it's so elegant. I love it. Okay, so today we're going to do a quick review on this 3.2 cubic foot mini fridge. It's a two-door system. We're going to open it up, take a look at it, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion of it. First off, I love the way it's packaged. This is a big improvement from other items I have gotten in this size range. It has actually come intact. It has these heavy-duty straps on it, and I can just pick it up and move it, with the shipping strap. So I'm impressed already. Let's open it up. We're going to take a look at what's on the inside. I'm so impressed with all this styrofoam. It has been really packaged very well. I don't see any shipping marks, any damage or anything. Okay, so now that we got it unboxed, we're going to take a few measurements. It's under 17 inches wide and right at about 34 inches tall. And I'm going to say 17 inches deep, including the bulge in the back, which houses the compressor. I mean, take a look at this thing. This thing is so cool and so small, but it's so elegant. I love it. We're going to go through and I'm going to tell you 9 different things that I like about this unit. Plus, I'm going to give you 3 important tips that you're not going to want to miss out on. All right, so let's open it up here. Of course, you got your owner's manual. It even comes with an ice tray. And then here's the bottom. So in the freezer section, you have 0.7 cubic foot of space. And in the refrigerator compartment, you have 2.5 cubic foot of space. So there's your 3.2 combined cubic foot of space. So let's go over the 9 different things that I really like about this unit compared to other units that I've had in the past. The first one is the fact that it has 2 doors. I just love that about this fridge. When you think mini fridge, you just think a lot of times of that small cube that you see in a dorm room that only has this much freezer space in the top of it. So this actually has 2 doors. I love that right from the very start. The second thing I like is it only uses 750 watt hours per day on average. So that equates about 270 kilowatt hours per year. Which, how much is that? Well, it's much less than half of what a normal refrigerator uses. So think of it that way. So very energy efficient. That's the second thing I like about this unit. Third thing I like is that it is low noise. It's running right now and you probably can't even hear it. I'm going to bring the camera right down to the very base of it to see if you could even hear it running. And there it is at the very base of the fridge, and I don't even know if you could even hear it running. It's 38 decibels. So this is not a loud fridge at all. Let's even bring the camera around to the back. So here we go at the very back of the unit. You might be able to hear something now, but it's very minimal. This is the part that's going to be up against the wall. You're not going to be listening from the back side most of the time, but this is much more quiet than my regular fridge in my house. Okay, the fourth thing that I like about it is that it actually has a light. Now, how many mini fridges do you know of that actually has a light in it, especially those little cubes that you find in a dorm room? So that's the fourth thing that I like about it. The fifth thing that I like about it, which is kind of trivial, but it's got an egg tray on the top and the bottom. If you want to put eggs on the top and the bottom, you can. The sixth thing that I like about it is that it's got a separate fruit and vegetable tray. The seventh thing I like about it is these glass shelves. How neat is that? You can actually take them out. They're taped in right now from the shipping, so I'm just going to leave them right there, but you can take those out. That one and the one below it. All right, the eighth thing that I like about it is just the simple fact that it's so small and it's got a small footprint. It's a bigger fridge in a small footprint package. And what I mean by that, it doesn't take up much space on the floor because it uses vertical height for your storage. And that totally increases the possibilities of where you can put this unit. And it's a very lightweight unit in general. When it comes time to move it, one person can easily move this fridge. And the ninth thing that I like about it so much, I've said it before, but I'll say it again, it's just so classy looking. It's got a nice sleek black color on the sides and on the top. And that front part is shiny and chrome. I just love it. Very classy, very elegant. It's sure to be a conversation piece wherever you place it. Okay, so I promised to give you 3 important installation tips, so let's go over that now. So first and foremost, when you get this unit shipped to you, you're going to want to let this stand upright for about 24 hours before you even plug it in. And that is to let the refrigerant settle in the unit from where it may have been laying down on its side during shipping. So that's important tip number 1. Okay, so the second tip is inside the fridge. That dial right there, some people get confused what the numbers mean on that dial. I'm about to tell you. And it's very, very simple. The higher the number on that dial, the colder your temperature is going to be in your fridge and in your freezer. And generally what I'll do is I'll set it about midway. I'll put it on about a 5. And then I'll let it sit for a few hours. I'll come back and I'll check the temperature and I'll adjust from there. Don't overcomplicate it. And that dial changes the temperature for both the refrigerator compartment and the freezer compartment at the same time. There's not a separate dial for the freezer. And finally, install tip number 3 is this switch right here. That's what's called a season switch. And what that is for is if you put your refrigerator in a location that gets below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, so maybe out in a garage or in a carport, somewhere that is going to get below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, you're going to want to flip that switch to the on position. Just as simple as that. But if it's inside in a controlled environment, you're going to want to leave it off. Simple as that. So if you follow those install tips, you're going to be just fine. So I hope this review helps you in some small way. If you're considering purchasing a mini fridge in this size range, I really don't think you can go wrong with a fridge like this. It's the best quality that I have found, and that's my honest opinion. There's so many things I like about it. I'm sure it's going to give me years and years of use, and I've got big plans for it. Thanks for watching.